Hi, everybody. Sonia Rollins. So excited to be at our Chamber Spotlight today at a Burlington staple. The Capital Grille has been a long-standing restaurant in Burlington. Those who come here know it's beautiful for lunch, it's beautiful for dinner, it's beautiful to celebrate, it's beautiful to have a business meal in. I'm looking forward to welcoming you back into something we've been to before and be able to see some of the great things they have inside. All right, I'm with Adam Mackler, managing partner of the Capital Grille. Adam, thank you so much for having us again.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
You know, it's amazing because we've been doing this for a long time. I think we came to visit you back in 2018, pre-COVID days. So a lot has changed, but one thing always remains constant, which is A, the reputation of the Capital Grille, and B, just the spectacular feeling you get when you walk in this restaurant.
Well, thank you very much.
Tell us how long you've been here and how long the Capital Grille has been in Burlington.
So now I've been here for 12 years at this location. I've been with the Capital Grille for 28 years this September.
Wow.
And this location has been here, I think, 07, so 17, 18 years now.
It's changed, right? Burlington has changed a little bit. When you first came, there wasn't as many steakhouses or as many restaurants around, but now, really, there's a lot around you. And what I'm always impressed with is that, you know, you have consistently stayed as one of the premier places to be in town. I do have to add that you and your team have been very benevolent throughout Burlington. So before I say anything else and before we talk steak and all great things, you know, on behalf of the community, we want to thank you because you do give back a lot. So talk a little bit about Darden, about the Capital Grille, and about that giving back philosophy.
Well, I mean, you know, with Darden in the Capital Grille, you know, that's one of our core values is you know, giving back to our communities.
Yes.
You know, the Capital Grille was doing it before I got here, and, you know, we added a bunch of our, you know, charities when I started here. And, you know, Burlington is just a big part of who we are, and we love being a part of the community.
You do it with people helping people with that, but a lot of other charities as well.
The most recent one is the People Helping People, and I think we raised $14,000.
All right, let's talk food. So tell me about the Capital Grille's menu. Tell me about the steaks. Why are you so unique by comparison?
Well, I mean, so I think we're one of the only restaurants that dry age our steaks in-house. We have an in-house butcher. His name is Josue, and he's probably one of the most talented people in the restaurant. And he hand sculpts each steak. We do filet mignon, we do our sirloin, our bone-in, do our ribeye, and he hand sculpts each piece of steak to order.
It's amazing. If people haven't been here, Adam, talk about your menu a little bit, because it's not just a steakhouse.
No, we have a wonderful seafood menu. We have our tuna. We have probably one of the best salmons. People come in here and they love our salmon.
Yes.
The lamb chops is one of the best things on the menu. We have an incredible lunch menu. We do something called our plates menu for lunch. It was developed for the business community to kind of come in, have a quick lunch, and get back to the office. But now it's kind of evolved into, you know, business or coming in with friends and family. And that plates menu comes with a super salad and it comes with an entree.
I'm glad you said that, because I think sometimes people envision that if they're going to go to the Capital Grille, it's a commitment of a few hours because it's this long dinner, which it absolutely can be.
It can be.
But what you're saying is someone can come in, grab a quick lunch, or even sit at the bar. Talk about the bar atmosphere at the Capital.
Well, the bar here, we have long-term bartenders here that are some of the best I've ever worked with in the business. We have a lot of bar regulars that come in. We have a very unique specialty cocktail menu. If you don't know, please come in for our Stoli Doli.
Everybody.
Which is the everybody. Yeah. I always tell people that we're as famous for that as steak.
Yes.
But it's our pineapple-infused vodka martini. Just delicious, summer, winter. And, you know, most nights the bar is filled, and it's a really fun environment.
Yeah, while we're talking about the bar, talk about your wine list, because you have an extensive one.
We're very blessed. We have an award-winning wine list. We have an incredible wine director that works here with me, Jessica. You could get wines from France, Napa, all over the world, and different price points as well. So we like to match different price points with the wine. The team is trained when you come in, and you might want a little education on that, or you might know what you want. And we'll be able to lead you to what would, you know, work well with your dinner.
Let's talk about your team, because you've said two different, I love that. You said two different things just even in this conversation. First, you name people by name. You've said they've been here a long time. They are the best in the industry, among the best in the industry, right? And let's talk about how Darden acknowledged that for you.
We were blessed last year, 2023, we won Darden's highest honor, which is called the Diamond Club for Darden. And it's a team award, and they base it on several different categories that kind of have to, you know, blend all together to win it. And this team really stepped up. You know, part of it is, of course, sales, it's team member turnover, and it's our guest surveys, which we were one of the highest in the company. And, you know, that's from our team.
And we're sitting actually in a room that's a private dining room. So while we're talking about just different areas and whether you're coming in to celebrate or you're bringing in a business person, Talk about your private dining areas and the possibility to do private events here.
Yeah, so we have 3 rooms. This is the boardroom. Some people call it the Betty Davis room.
Yeah.
So Capital Grille has portraits around the dining room with people that have done stuff in the area. So Betty Davis, I think, was from Lowell. You know, this one seats up to 12 people. Very nice for a business setting or a birthday. Yeah. We also have another room called the wine room, which seats up to 32, and that's a great one for lunch. We have businesses come in, different firms, pharmaceutical, real estate, and they come in and they do their presentation. We have big screen TVs in each room. And then we have another room which is great called the Wayside room, and that seats up to 20. And that's another perfect setting for family or business.
Adam, one of the things that I really, if I could say, loved during COVID, which, that's like a tough thing to say,
Right.
but lessons we learned during that. I remember very vividly coming and getting takeout from the Capital Grille,
Yes.
which was kind of like a bonus at that point, right? Does that takeout still happen? Are you
It
still?
does.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
still available now.
It really is. It's still available, and it's something that we still do. I mean, we still do our steaks to take home with you from our butcher shop.
Yes.
That we still do. But that was something that really evolved to something really big during COVID, and it's something that's stuck. And if you want to, maybe there's a night that you don't want to, go out to dinner and you want the Capital Grille at home. The chefs here do an incredible job. They treat it like it's in dining food,
Yes.
and you could take it home and have a wonderful dinner at home.
And there were like little tidbit secrets from the chef inside the bag.
Yes, we still do that, how to cook it. We give you our
Exactly.
seasoning, our special seasoning that we use,
Yeah.
and, instructions on how to cook the steak.
And what do? Call and order it? How do they do
You
that?
can come in and order it, or you can call on the phone and call ahead, and then when you arrive, we'll have it ready for you.
Chef, I love it back here. This is like the heart of the Capital Grille, right? Talk a little bit about your butcher area and the meat you bring in.
Yeah, this is definitely our favorite place here. This is where we make all our magic happen. So in here, we set up all our strip loins. You'll see the different color as it goes up. Each shelf is done. We go between 18 to 21 days for our dry age process. Every time he pulls one to cut, he replaces it back up. So we keep, right now my par is about 150 strips on the shelf, which is good for us for our season right now.
Yes.
We find like 18 to 21 days is a great spot for us to be in as far as our dry aging. Some people can go for 40 days, some people go 30 days, some people go less. For us, the longer you do it, you get a more gamey taste to the meat, but our meat is still tender for that point, 18 to 21 days.
Talk a little bit about, you have a harvest program. What does that entail?
Every Darden restaurant donates steak, mashed potatoes, different types of food that we, don't use in the restaurant, and we donate it to different food pantries in the area. And every single Darden restaurant does it. So I think it's probably one of the most important things that we do as a restaurant company.
It's all about giving back, whether you're doing that by bringing people into the restaurant, doing fundraisers, or doing that by giving food that you're not necessarily using here, but is obviously still very good steak.
Yes, exactly.
We are with Chef Tommy Patrick. Chef Tommy, you've been the executive chef for how long at the Capital Grille?
17 years.
17?
I've been with the Capital Grille 17 years.
That's amazing. All right, tell us what you're making for us today.
All right, doing 2 things today. One is we're doing an 8-ounce sliced fillet. All our fillets are all center cut fillets. We slice it and we let it rest. I'm going to do a mid-rare today, and we're going to finish it with a shrimp scampi. And then we're also going to be doing a 10-ounce Kona salad. We call it's a Rick style because it gets balsamic and oil over it. A little bit different than our Kona shallot butter. It is a 10-ounce sirloin. We put our Kona rub on it, and it's going to be sliced, going with a fresh mozzarella, arugula, heirloom tomato salad. Let's do this. Let's start. There we go. Our seasoning salt with all sides of the steak.
Yeah.
Make sure it's very tender. Sirloin cooks very quick, about 4 to 5 minutes, that'll be done. Filet, about 7 minutes. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our shrimps, a little bit of our seasoning salt, both ways, nice seasoning. Right on the flat top.
I was saying with Adam earlier, Chef, you're known for your steak, but your seafood is just as beautiful here.
We sell a ton of seafood here, very fresh, every day comes in. Cherry tomatoes, roasted garlic, and then we'll go over here. Got a nice char going on it. to the white wine. So we let it cook down with the white wine. We get our flavors of our tomatoes, the garlic flavor coming into the scampi itself. So we'll let that keep cooking. Check our steaks. Don't need any more of that. That one cook a little bit more. All right, shrimp's curling up. Looks like it's just about done. Finish it with a little bit of garlic butter. Basil. At the end, fresh lemon. We're gonna go salad.
Okay. Balsamic.
Yep, so it gets a little bit of balsamic, a little oil, a little bit of salt over the top of it. Just give it a nice little toss together. It is always fresh. Just get a little bit more tomatoes in there. You can never have enough tomatoes. We use our heirloom tomato.
Oh, wow.
And over here you'll see our mozzarella. She just got done making it, so it's still a little soft. Finished right on top. We give it a little bit of oil over the top and a little bit of salt.
Beautiful. And you said, obviously, the mozzarella is made fresh.
Fresh, every day, yep. And now let's go plate our steak. We slice it, salad like this.
Now, you said that is not on the menu?
Not on the menu, this is our special. Finished with the aged balsamic and extra virgin olive oil. And this right here is our sirloin salad special, which is a Kona crusted sirloin with a fresh tomato mozzarella salad.
Stunning.
And now this is the shrimp scampi that we made a little bit earlier. Let all the ingredients just melt together. You never want to overcook it, then it separates and breaks, and it's just, you don't want a greasy taste, you want a nice, smooth, buttery taste.
Amazing. Really, really beautiful. Can you talk about how careful Darden and the Capital Grille, of course, are with people with shellfish allergies, for example?
Like I said, 17 years in the company, I've never had an issue with it.
Right.
We have different steps for it. Once the server talks to the table,
Yes.
they'll find out about allergies. They'll let the kitchen know about the allergies.
Yes.
We have a slip for the allergies. Manager will go over to the table and address the allergies. I will go over with the server everything they can have and can't have. And then before they order the food, the server has to come to me or the chef in the window and go over everything that's in it.
Perfect.
Like you know, with allergies, it's not just one. You have the recipe, but then there's a million things that go into the recipe. So servers 100% know they have to come, and nothing. There's 3 steps. You always have to go through a chef, the server, and the manager on everything.
So it's always good to kind of deliver this news to people because people get very nervous, of course, as rightly so, right? And they can feel comfortable knowing they can order a steak, but there's no cross-contamination with shellfish.
Yes, my kids have allergies. I'm very aware of allergies, how important it is, and it's just a thing that we're very proud to be on top of.
Right. Chef Tommy, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
One thing's for sure, when you finish a chamber spotlight at the Capital Grille, you know that there's certainly something for everybody. If you haven't been here recently, you really should be coming down and taking a look again. For those of you that come here, the quality is as good as ever. For Chamber Spotlight, I'm Sonia Rollins.